Have you ever wondered just how good you can get in just 1 year? I recently ran a campaign with TaylorMade called Chasing the Dream, where we wanted to take one golfer and in a year give them their dream golf game, whatever that looked like to them. The winner has been selected. His name is Josh, and he's going to get some lessons with myself in my studio. We're going to get him on the golf course, look at his strategy, his club selections. We're going to do some work on his chipping, his putting, and we're going to document the whole process because I want to show you just what it takes and what you can do to get the same results as Josh. So Josh is here, he's on the range. Let's go meet him. Josh.
Chris.
Hello mate, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You've won this, well, what hopefully going to be a pretty incredible prize.
Awesome.
Chasing the Dream.
Amazing.
What did you think when you pulled out the hat and your name was drawn?
A little bit surprised, to be honest. So yeah, it was a bit too good to be true, actually. So.
Got into golf ironically through a sports injury. So used to play a sort of an okay level of football. I ended up tearing my ACL, meniscus and MCL all in one. It was sort of what was next to still be involved in sport and get me out on a Saturday morning, and it was golf. So yeah, I've been playing since I was 23, so that's about sort of 2.5 years ago.
If you're ready, I've got my base set up. Let's get started.
Let's do it. Thank you very much.
Okay, Josh, so tell me where you are with your game. Current handicap?
16.1.
16.1.
Yeah.
And have you been lower than that?
Lowest has been 14 point something, so yeah, ever so slightly lowered. And I think that's my frustration, is the lack of consistency.
Yeah. All right, hit a couple more then.
Yep.
I want to start today with swing because that generally takes a little bit longer to change, more speed involved, that kind of stuff. So we're going to kind of do some swing work. It'll give me a chance to see kind of what his data's like. We'll look at driver. We're going to do some swing work today, and then the next time I see Josh, we're going to get him on the course so I can see kind of how the swing changes are going, but also sort of see a bit of strategy, a bit of short game, a bit of chipping, that kind of stuff, and then make a bit more of a plan going forward. So yeah, today's going to be mainly swing work and just get him on that right track. Good news, we can easily make some, well, yeah. I don't want to say easily because nothing's easy, but we can definitely make some changes. What I always say to people I coach, if you think about your target, okay, golf's, you've got opposites in golf. If you top it, you could fat it.
Yeah.
If you hit it left, you could hit it right. If you hit it too high, you could hit it too low. So you've always got opposites. And whatever you do in your setup and swing would influence the ball to go higher, lower, left or right. So for example, if I just suddenly, let's say I'm hitting perfectly straight shots, and at setup you just told me to set the club face open, you've done something which is going to influence the ball to go to the right.
Of course,
Therefore, that ball will go to the right, unless I can add in some things that might make it go left. If I add in some things that might make it go left, we could potentially counteract it, and we might hit some good shots, but it's never going to be consistent. So you've actually got 2 to 3 things in your golf swing, which I'm looking at, thinking that's making it go left.
Okay.
The things that you use to counteract that left are all very much in the last part of your downswing. So if I can sort of almost jump inside your golfing brain, your golfing brain is going sort of, this ball is going seriously left. And your brain is going, what can I now do? And then you kind of make some movements where you tip your head sort of back, you push your hands up, and you do a couple of things, which is you going, I don't want this to go left. And every now and then you get a nice balance and you hit a straight shot. What we've got to try and do is take out those things that are making it go left, and then take out your compensation. So ultimately, we end up with a much more neutral swing, but one which I think will perform better. Just looking at your data, because this is one of the things that we're going to look at towards the sort of as we go through this process. Your club path is out to the right, so that your club swing's out to the right, and your face is closed. The issue is your face can get excessively closed. So I would like to change the relationship between your path and your face. That's something I would love to do. So in terms of data, I'm looking to change path and face, attack angle, and get a little bit more pop in the ball speed, and then really try and tighten that dispersion. Your setup is a left or a hook setup. Okay. So what are we wanting to do through the ball? We're wanting to push forward and rotate. I would like to have this foot flared, this foot flared. You're almost a little bit this way. Alignment goes a little bit right. This foot gets turned in. So you mentioned there about the foot's flaring. It's kind of
makes sense. Yeah.
stuck in this position. So as you try and turn, you're either going to get blocked.
Yeah.
In which case, when you get blocked, you end up tilting,
Yeah.
or you're going to have a little bit of spin out here. So the first thing I'd like to do is get your alignment a little bit more neutral, get your toes a little bit more flared, which doesn't fix anything, but gives us a better chance of turning through the ball much better. And then the key thing for you is on the way back, club face is just very closed.
Yeah.
Now, I would much rather someone play with a closed club face versus an open club face, but at the moment it's probably a little bit extreme.
Makes sense. Yep.
And then because it's a little bit extreme, from there it's a case of, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah.
How do you sort of fix that?
Yeah.
So this goes up, the hands go up, you try and get into this position on the way through.
Yeah.
So we've basically got to go set up better.
Yeah.
Club face has got to be more neutral, and then we can start to get you to basically rotate through the ball better.
Okay.
We can't really do anything through the ball until we get the other stuff
for sure.
kind of tidied up. So the three things that you had in setup, which are promoting the shots you have, foot flare not quite right, alignment to the right, and you actually have the ball a little bit too far back.
Okay,
Okay, all those things promote what we've got. So if you just go, take a setup to that ball, perfect. Now your back foot, don't necessarily need to change that at all. Keep your heel where it is. There we go, perfect.
Is that too much or is that?
No, that's absolutely fine. Probably looks too much to you, but I'd say that's absolutely fine. Now, because of that, your stance has probably got a fraction wide. So keep the flare, but just bring your heel in a little bit to there. And you can keep the flare, perfect. Okay. And then I want that ball just to be a fraction further forward.
Yep.
Think about the path of your club. It's not constant.
Yeah.
So the club is working on an arc.
Yeah.
If we hit the ball earlier, the club is likely to be travelling more out to the right.
Yeah.
If we hit it later, it's more likely to be travelling to the left.
Yeah.
Now, good players, that's where you'll end up as a good player, will use ball position to help them shape shots.
Yeah.
For you, as it goes too far back, you just hit it earlier in the arc.
Makes sense.
Path is more right.
Yeah.
It's going to put more hook spin on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't worry too much about results.
Yeah.
Just hit me a couple of shots.
Sure.
And you don't have to go at full speed.
Yeah, no problem.
But just go ahead and sort of hit a couple of shots. Setup's key for Josh. He's going to hit some pretty ropey ones now because, like I say, he's out of his comfort zone. But I just want him to kind of get used to that setup and just understand how it might change his body movement, his ball flights. But everything about that setup was hook encouraging. So this already will have hopefully a positive change. Because everything's connected in your goal swing, everything you do there's a reason why.
Yeah.
So changing setup won't necessarily improve everything. It'll go a certain way, but there's other things that we'll need to do to make it. So these are just going to feel a little bit strange, a bit odd. Left to right again.
Left to right again.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, ignore the second one. But
I'm telling you.
and it felt a lot better in the swing. A lot better.
So your club path was 0.0.
Really. Dream game would just be feeling confident over a ball. I think that definitely obviously makes you play better, but your enjoyment goes up as well, and we all sort of play to enjoy the game ultimately. No one wants to be leaving, hacking a ball around and losing balls left, right and centre. So I think it's, definitely dream game would just be feeling confident over a ball to sort of simplify it.
If you think, like, I've never seen you before, never seen you goal swing. Okay, so think about, I think, this is my guess here.
Yeah.
I think what's happened is over however many months, your club face has started to get closed.
For sure.
Which obviously is a left component.
Yeah.
So I think what's happened is your club face has got closed.
Yeah.
The ball started going left.
Yeah.
And then what you've done is you've tweaked your setup to try and promote a club path which is right.
Yeah.
Because everything that you did in your setup, aiming right, ball back, are all things that push the path right.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that would have been you going to the range going, I'm going to do, it's just...
No, it's just...
Yeah, and that's what happens at the goal swing. You start to, and I say club face is king. If that starts to get out of position, the ball will go offline, and then you'll start to your swing almost morphs to try and
100%.
kind of counteract it. Because, look, I'm not going to suggest that we've fixed your path in one swing, but that was a 0 path.
Yeah.
Your ball speed increased.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Okay, right, hit one more. This will tell me, full swing will tell me that the face is closed to impact.
Yep.
So what I'm then doing as the coach, I'm saying, well, when does it get closed? Because it could be that it's closed right at the last minute because you're flipping it.
Yeah.
But yours actually starts square,
Yeah.
closed here.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, right, within 3 or 4 feet, it's already closed. So then I'm saying, well, why is it closed? Is it because you're twisting the golf club? What is it that you're doing? So I think in your case, it's 2 things. Because I can take my hands on the golf club and I can just twist that face closed or open. So I think there's a little bit of twist going on. But that twist is encouraged by the fact that your right hand...
Very right hand dominant.
A little bit under.
Yeah.
And the more that you put your right hand under, and you can do this little test and you can do this at home as well. If I put the club so the grooves are vertical, I'm going to have, with this handle position, I have more ability to twist the face closed than I do to twist it open. You can see I can only go maybe 30 degrees open, and I can go a lot closed. So what that means is in the swing, I'm probably going to find the point halfway between there and there, which is probably here. And actually, as you take the club away, that's kind of
I think sometimes I don't know if you've noticed this, but even at setup, I feel like it's actually closed.
Okay, this one doesn't look too bad. Okay, you've got decent position here. It's in the fingers. I like the where this is. It's this one that we're going to change. So if you just open up your hand as much as you can. So you want your palm to pretty much face the target. This will obviously be sort of facing the camera. This will obviously be facing your body. So palm facing the target. Then as it goes onto the handle, you're going to be very much more in the fingers of the hand. And this hand is going to feel like it sits a lot more
on top.
How does that feel already?
I'll be honest, not nice.
Yeah, good. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then I want this thumb and this finger to be pretty much the same distance down the club. So you're going to shorten your index finger a little bit and lengthen your thumb a little bit. So there we go.
Got you.
Because these are going to give you the control. There we go. So as I slide my fingers up, I hit pretty much your finger and your thumb at the same time. You should have hidden a little bit more of your left hand. And that's going to put you in this kind of neutral position. Okay. From here, what that will do is it will give us a greater chance of getting the club here. Doesn't mean it will. We'll have to have a look in a minute. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for this club face, this leading edge to be somewhere between vertical and your body angle. Now, I don't want you to be concerned with where that is. It's my job to look at that, but you just need to know that's what it's looking at. This is how we're going to do it. So what I want you to do now, set your setup, and then I want you to take me some shots. Don't really want you to be concerned with distance or speed, but I want you to basically, from here, do a takeaway, put the club in position. I can obviously kind of help with that. Once it's there, look back at the ball, and then just go ahead and just hit some shots. Okay, so this is going to start to fold a bit more, soften this a little bit more. There we go. So remember what I said at the start of this section? I said that there was a little bit to do with the grip, but a little bit of what you're doing in terms of the twist. This was staying a little bit high and on top. Okay, so back to the start. So if I put my elbow into your elbow, I want you to have that trail arm just starting to fold a fraction. Now it's not overly bent, but what that's going to do is the more this starts to fold, the more the toe starts to go up. So that would be sort of where I want it to be. I'm expecting these shots to go right because the club face was the big left element. We've obviously changed that, but through the ball he's still got those movements which are kind of the anti-left. So if we now get a neutral club face and on the way through he still has the anti-left, so he's going to hit it right, exactly what he's done on those. So those aren't great shots, but they're kind of what I expect him to hit. You've hit more down on it, which is really good, even though we've pushed your ball further forward. Okay, we'll come to that in a minute. Path, literally dead straight. Most of that is because of the setup we've done. Club face 8 degrees open. Okay. The reason club face is 8 degrees open is your good shots were coming from, I'm going to make these numbers up. Your good shots were coming from club face being 20 degrees closed. And on the way down, you effectively opening the club face by 20 degrees. So close it by 20, open it by 20. That's how you get good shots. What we've done is gone club face neutral, and on the downswing you're still going open it by
for sure
10.
Makes
so we've
sense.
now got a neutral club face, but on the way through your body's still going, I've got to open this face. So now we get in the face 8 degrees open. They've gone way right. Now, if I was saying you on the course, you'd play horrendous. But as a coach, I'm looking at that saying that's exactly what I'm expecting. Because through the ball, your golfing brain hasn't yet quite adapted to the fact that that club face is in a different position. Hit me a couple more because I'm really liking what this is, where this is going.
I think in terms of strike, it feels so much better. Like
well, your attack angle's down more, even though we've pushed the ball forward. Your anti-left movements, this, okay, which was kind of spinning that a little bit this way. Hands tend to go a little bit high this way. You tend to get a little bit this way at impact. That's what you would do to close the club face. So what we're going to do now, set up, good. Still going to go preset, hit some shots. I'm going to put either my club or my hand here. And I want you to basically feel on the way down and through that this lead shoulder is staying lower. And it's moving more, what you feel is around behind you. As opposed to up. Key thing here would be, if your head is moving, it's not your head. If someone says to me, my head's going backwards, it's not the head going backwards. It's the upper body, and the head's just attached to the body. So when your head's moving backwards, we need to look at what is actually happening in your upper body. So you'll be going here, this goes up, that's why you get your heavy shots, that's where the one's going right. So you're now going to go good setup, preset it to here. I'm going to have my hand here, and you're going to try and basically land the club target side of the ball and feel as if your chest is turning a lot more onto it. This is getting difficult now because we've got a lot of things going on.
Wow.
There we go. You hit 5.4 degrees down, which is perfect. You were like 2. Your path was slightly right by 2 degrees, and your face was closed by 1. I mean, that's the tightest, and your ball speed jumped up by 5 miles an hour.
Wow.
I mean, that's your golf shot.
What was really interesting as well is I didn't feel like that was a full swing.
Very good. So next time I see you, I'd like to see you on the golf course. Because that's where I'm going to see shot choice, strategy, chipping, putting, that kind of stuff. Obviously, I can ask you about your short game, but it'd be better if I can see it. It'll give me a chance to see how what we've done today translates. It's not easy. How you fixed for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, fine.
All right, we'll get you up here. We'll get you on the Arden. Get on the course.
Awesome.
How's today gone, all right?
Yeah, really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. So,
well, I'll see you in a few weeks. Hope the practice goes well. Feel free to call me. Send me any videos, pictures, questions, all that kind of stuff. Fire them over. Well, I'm here to help.
Thank you very much.
I'll see you in a few weeks. Cheers.
Lovely.